If you choose the wrong tax regime, you could end up paying thousands, even lakhs of rupees extra in taxes every year. And you know the biggest confusion? Most taxpayers in India think that once they select a tax regime in April, they are stuck with it forever. But that is not completely true. Because the rules are actually different for salaried employees and for freelancers and business owners. Some people can switch every year, while others may get only one chance in their lifetime. So before you file your tax return, you must know when can you actually switch between the old and new tax regime. Can you switch every year? What if your employer already deducted TDS? And what are the rules if you have freelance or professional or business income? In this video, I will explain everything in simple manner so that you never get confused again. Hello everyone, I am Suraj and welcome back to the channel. Alright, let's start. Section 1. Salaried versus business. First, let's understand the most important distinction because the rules are not the same for everyone. If you are a salaried employee, you have full flexibility. You can choose old regime this year, choose new regime next year and switch back again the following year. There is no restriction. You can change your tax regime every year while filing your return. So salaried individuals have maximum flexibility. But if you have business or professional income, the rules are strict here. Example, if you are business owners, freelancers, consultants, doctors, chartered accountants or YouTubers etc., then you cannot switch every year. If you move from new regime to old regime, you generally get only one chance to switch back to the new regime in future. So these kinds of taxpayers need to be much more careful before choosing the regimes. The flexibility that salaried people enjoy does not apply here. Section 2. TDS versus ITR, the biggest confusion. At the beginning of the financial year, usually in April, your employer asks, which tax regime do you want to follow? Based on your answer, your employer deducts TDS from your salary. And many people think this tax regime choice is final. But no, that choice is not final. It is only used for TDS calculation and deduction during the year. Yes, once you choose it, you usually cannot change it with your employer during that financial year. But that does not mean your decision is locked forever. Your final choice happens when you file your income tax return. So even if you selected old regime earlier or your employer deducted TDS assuming old regime, you can still switch back to the new regime while filing your return. So remember this simple rule, employer choice only for TDS, ITR filing is the final decision. One quick request, if you are learning something new from this video, please hit like and subscribe, it helps the channel reach more people. Section 3, how to switch, the practical steps. You may be wondering, how do I actually switch the tax regime? Okay, the process is actually very simple. Step 1, choose while filing your ITR. While filing your income tax return, the form will ask, do you want to opt out of the default new tax regime? If you select yes, then old tax regime will apply. If you select no, then new tax regime applies. That's it. For most salary taxpayers, switching regime is just as simple as that. Step 2, Form 10IEA. If you have business or professional income, meaning you file returns like ITR 3, ITR 4 or ITR 5, then you need to submit Form 10IEA before the due date if you want to choose the old regime. So that's how you can change your regime using just the step 1 or using step 2 also if it's applicable for you. Section 4, important deadlines to remember. Okay, now one very important point which many people ignore is that the ITR deadline matters a lot for switching regimes. If you file your return on time, you can switch between both the regimes. But if you file your return late, called a belated return, then you may lose the option to choose the old regime and the new regime will apply by default. So always try to file your return before the due date. Here's the quick summary of everything which we discussed today. You can pause the video and read this. So now final thoughts. Before filing your return, always calculate your tax under both regimes and remember these rules which we discussed today. Sometimes the old regime gives lower tax, sometimes the new regime is better. But the key is don't choose blindly, choose based on calculation. Because the wrong choice can easily cost you extra 10,000 to rupees 50,000 or even more in taxes. That's all for today. If you have found this video helpful, please hit like and subscribe for more such content. And let me know in the comments which tax regime are you choosing this year. Thanks a lot for your time and let's take care of this beautiful world. I'll see you in the next video and smile, always smile.